50. Coach Valerie here, hashtag Pajama Gym. I have a level 1 workout for you this morning. This is going to be kind of a fun set. This is a aerobic and anaerobic exercise. So what that means is we're going to start out first with our warm-up, as we always do. Then we're going to go right into a weightlifting step. So you're going to need a set of dumbbells. Medium to heavy should be fine. Medium is what you would normally use, and heavy would be 1 pound heavier than what you normally use. After we finish our 4 exercise sets, we're going to go right back into the warm-up, but we're going to be using our weights to finish out that warm-up. So we're going to finish very strong, very heated, hopefully definitely in that moderate intensity level that we're always striving for in the next 50 years of our life. So with that said, nice and easy, we get to start with our warm-up, of course. Then we're going to be jogging in place. So make sure that you're sitting on the edge of your chair, and of course, if you have the back of a chair, no touching the back of the chair. Sit up nice and tall. Let me go ahead and start that clock. And here we go. As always, we've got that nice big range of motion. We've got those knees lifting up a little bit higher than the hips, lightly touching the floor. That one hand touching the rib cage, pushing that elbow way back. Big breaths. Always feels good to get the body moving, get all those fluids flowing. Just wakes up the body and the mind. And jogging in place in your chair and doing jumping jacks in your chair are 2 of the easiest things that you can possibly do. You can even do it for commercial breaks if you're watching television. All right, 5 seconds, getting ready to move to that jack. In 3, in 2, right here, jack. So we're going to open and close. So those legs are always together, those hands are on those knees. Let me just open everything up, bring it back in. So we have this inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. I'm trying not to lean too far forward. I'm simply touching my knees. Gives me a point of reference for the body. But so I'm sitting up as straight as I can. Bring that spine erect, really working the entire spine. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So in about 10 seconds, we have a ladder. That's going to be an opposite arm, opposite leg exercise. The legs will be together. We're going to have one high knee with an opposite arm lift. And it's going to happen here. So hands are right here. So I have an opposite arm, opposite leg. Now remember, when we do this the second time, you will be holding weights. So we want to get that muscle memory now so we know what we're doing when that time comes. Get that knee up. Try to get that arm and ear side by side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. I see sometimes people try to move really fast, their breath gets all erratic and out of control. Really coordinate the movement with your breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 10 seconds, we have a ski jump coming. So right here we have opposite feet, opposite hands, and ski jump. Now when we do the ski jump with weights, this position here is very important for you to pay attention to because I'm going to be holding weights in the second part. So I'm always going to have one weight lightly touching that opposite shoulder. I'm also not going to extend my hand all the way out like I am here. It's going to be more of a tight little position, a protective position for our next 50 shoulders. But here I get that nice big reach to the side. Deep slow breaths. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. We have 15 seconds to an external rotation. If you ever had physical therapy on your shoulders, you've seen this exercise. So right there, sit up nice and tall. My hands are up, my elbows are shoulder level. I'm going to drop one. Then I'm going to switch. So I'm trying to keep that upper arm in the same place. I'm trying to keep that elbow and shoulder in the same plane. That way my lower arms are simply rotating. Again, we will be doing these at the end of this session with weights. This is not a fast exercise. I'm trying to be very particular about my alignment. So if I was moving fast, I'd be all over the place. So again, I'm really trying to keep those elbows in line with those shoulders. I'm not keeping those hands away from my body. They're not coming in at all. I got a nice little skater coming up. Woohoo! Get that right leg straight, get that left leg out to the side. Here we go. We have it down, up, and switch those legs. So you're always coming over the top of that bent knee. Chest to thigh, up, chest to thigh. I'm just simply switching those legs out. One is bent. One is not really totally straight, but definitely out there to the side. I'm always keeping that chest in that big upright position. Inhale, exhale. 15 seconds. I'm going to go right into some good morning calf stretches. So we're working our calves and working that lower back all at the same time. And right here. So I'm going to have my fist distance apart. My feet are beneath my knees. I'm going to straighten out that one. Heel press, curl those toes back. Inhale, pull up. Exhale, pull that chest and chin forward. Inhale, sit up. Pull and reach. Inhale, pull your spine up, get straight. Exhale, reach, reach, reach that chest and chin forward. Keep this leg in a heel press. Every time you come down, you can feel that deep stretch. Pull up. Even at the end here, we will be doing these with weights. Inhale, pull. Don't just flop back and forth. Really manipulate those bones and muscles. Pull it up. Last one. Pull it up. Pull that leg in, switch it out. Here we go. Inhale, pull up. Pull forward. Inhale, pull it up. Again, make sure you have that dorsal flexion on that front leg. That heel is pressed forward. Those toes will curl back, so when you come down, woo, that feels tight. Inhale, pull up. Again, coordinate the breathing with movement. Really work on that oxygenation. Really work on that internal control and pulling those muscles and bones up, pulling those muscles and bones forward. We got a Muay Thai front kick. Right here, give me a stretch. Drop that one knee down so it is lower than that other knee. Lift those hands up. Inhale, exhale. Here we go. Well, this is a great example of that diaphragmatic breath. Get that big inhale, belly breath. Exhale, punch that navel back into the spine. So do not just move your arms and your legs. Really squeeze the abdominals, expand, squeeze, open, squeeze. You have to manipulate your muscles yourself. You just cannot rely upon the movement of the external body. You need to work the internal body as well. Squeeze. Punch that navel. Always drop that knee down so it's lower than the leg that's not moving. It's really working that beautiful hip flexor, making it stronger when we stand or walk. All right, right here, other drop knee. Keep going. We have switched sides. Again, try to drop that one knee lower, really opening up that hip. That helps you get that big, gigantic, diaphragmatic breath. And then go back into that squeeze back. And as a reminder, yes, we will be doing these with weights. All right, 15 seconds, we're gonna switch to our little burpee, and that'll be the last exercise of our warm up. And we'll take a break, and then go right into our weightlifting sets. Almost there. And right here, we're gonna open, jump, close. Open, jump, and close. Because we have 3 movements, it's a little bit more challenging to get that breath coordinated. So I just recommend breathing deep and slow. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. And again, we will be doing these with weights. Ten seconds, almost to our first break. And right there. Woo-hoo! Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Catch that breath a little bit. So the heart rate down. Take a drink. Do not guzzle. We got some weightlifting sets coming up, so just take a little bit, enough to wet your whistle. I'm going to go ahead and restart our clock. So these are shorter sets. We have 4-minute sets and a pause, and then we repeat that 3 times. So let's start off first. We're going to set you up. We'll be doing a bent over fly. Now, flies are always done at a lateral level. And I don't want you to airplane. Airplane means taking the hands back behind you. So the bent over portion is my heels are in front of my knees. My legs are together. I'm going to inhale, lift up that spine. Exhale, pull all the way forward as far down as I can. And my palms are facing. I want my hands to come out lateral so I can see them in my peripheral vision. The airplane again is way back here. Do not do that. Keep these here. Height, no higher than shoulders. And if you can lift here and back down, that's all you need to be doing right there. So do what you can to the best of your ability. But again, keep that in the lateral position. All right, with that said, you guys ready? And sit up tall. Here's the clock. Inhale, exhale, lift, and lower. Let's see, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Get that nice squeeze of that scapula, the shoulder blades when I lift up. And I can see those weights, my peripheral vision. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Halfway there. And again, if it's a little bit too heavy, if it really bothers your shoulder, do small lifts. Here and down. Here and down. Always keep moving, even if you have to put the weights down. Keep moving. Keep breathing. And right here, bring that back up. We're going to drop on those weights, open up those legs, put that weight on the chest. It's in my right hand. Middle, out to the left, up to my center. Middle, right, center. Middle, left, center. Let's go. So I'm always dropping down right there in that middle, passing under, got that nice little toss Get that hand-to-hand coordination going. And then always sit up straight, bring that right back into my chest. Nice flat back. Just sit up, lean forward, sit up, lean forward. 15 seconds. We're going to be grabbing the other way because we have a jack with an overhead press. Right about here, grab that weight. So we're going to go wide here. So I'm going to jack, open, and close. Open and close. Now this is a little bit over, larger than our normal jack, which is kind of keeping those arms low. We did those external rotations, so you want to try to get that elbow out there at shoulder level. Up, up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Big breath, stay with me. Woo. All right, this time weights are right here. Those legs are moving out, the weights are going up. Here we go. Up and in, up and in, up and in. Straight up, arms and ears. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Of course, if you have overhead issues with those shoulders, push forward and in, push forward and in. Always a way to modify. You just have to think about it. Think about what you are capable of doing. Do that. And we are capable of so much. This is going to be it. We're going to take a break after this. 10 seconds. Stay with me. And right there. Woo! All right, good. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. We got a 30-second pause. This is not a water break. You don't need a water break. We're going to finish that second set out, and then you're going to have a hydration break. So again, inhale deeply, exhale completely. You'll put one leg down, we'll go right back to that Muay Thai, which means we get to drop that one knee. It is lower than the other knee. Those hands are up. We're going to be holding this by the head. It's going to be straight up and straight down. We'll have a right side, then a left side. All right. So clock has been, let me see, clock has been reset. And you guys ready? On 3, 2, 1, here we go. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Once again, there's that beautiful example of the diaphragmatic breath, expansion of the diaphragm, crunching of the diaphragm. Deep breath. Time the movement with your breath. Always squeeze that belly. Remember, you have to do the internal crunching, get that abdominal bracing. 15 seconds, we're going to switch the legs. We're not going to think about it. We're not going to pause. We're just going to switch. Right there. Here we go. Drop that other knee. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. These Muay Thai front kicks are so much fun, either sitting or standing. It's just a great movement, Beautiful abdominal control, good upper body, lower body, total body, yay! Squeeze that gut. Don't forget, it's part of your technique. 2 seconds, you're gonna pick up that other weight and we're jumping rope. With this weight, both weights right there. Bring those legs together, elbows in the waistline, we're jumping. So I'm lightly touching my toes. Do not slam your feet, do not slam your heels. This is a soft bounce. Also too, my elbows are in my waistline and the weights are bouncing as well. So I got this little mirrored bounce with the legs. So they're not resting down. They're definitely moving. There's a nice 2-2 breath. It's a great breath for getting that heart rate up. So in 15 seconds, we're going to go to a regular weighted jumping jack. So the weights will still be held in this position, that nice vertical position. We're just going to lift up the elbows out to the side, the shoulder level. Always call it opening and closing the window. Right here. We're going to open and close. Open and close. So I'm just lifting up that elbow to shoulder level. So my palms are facing, palms are down, palms are facing, palms are down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You can take a hydration break after this one, so hang in there. On that beautiful upper body strength, getting stronger. Maybe to lift groceries, lift our pet, lift our grandkids. Almost there, guys. You have 5 seconds. Stay with me. And there. Woo! Go ahead and drop that down. You got 30 seconds, so catch your breath first. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Take your hydration break, take a little drink. All right, so next up, we have a bicep curl to an overhead. So we'll be using the weight, but there's a changing hand position. So remember the bicep curl, my palms are actually facing forward, those elbows in the waistline. So it's a bicep up, then I'm turning my palms facing, and then I'm pushing into that overhead, coming back down, and then dropping back down to that bicep. So be mindful that there is a switching hand position there. All right, with that said, sit up nice and tall, get that weight distance apart. Both of those weights in the ready position, elbows tight, palms are forward. On 3, 2, 1, here we go. So we have the bicep, palms facing, push, bring them down, turn the palms again. Palms facing, push, and palms are forward. Palms are facing each other, and then palms are forward. Always keep those elbows tight, tight, tight so they come right back into their home place, which is that waistline, so they just fit right in there. That's their secure place. That helps to protect that shoulder and elbow from things like tendonitis, which is one of the reasons why we never swing the weights. So this is just simply dropping straight down. It's not swinging back. We start putting that undue swing with these dumbbells, and you can open yourself up to tennis elbow, or what they call tendonitis. 10 seconds. And in 10 seconds, we're going to bring those legs back in together, and we're going to put one weight down. And we're going to have a one-side twist right there. One weight is down. Weight is at my chest, on my chest. I'm going to lift and turn and come back. Lift and turn. I'm staying on one side. So this is my right knee, looking over my right shoulder. Right knee, looking over my right shoulder. This is easy breath here. Inhale. Inhale. Squeeze that belly. Just forward, look behind you. Forward, Look behind you. Keep that knee up as high as you can. Keep the weight as close to your body as you can. Notice where my elbows are very close to my torso as well. They're not away from my body. Look behind you. Don't pretend to look behind you. Look behind you. Use those driving muscles. And you're looking over your shoulder into traffic. Other side. Here we go. We switch side. Now I'm on my left leg up, looking over my left shoulder. Inhale forward. Exhale, twist. Again, that weight is on my chest. I'm not pushing the weight back behind me. That weight is staying stationary. So my shoulders there are turning. Big breaths. Squeeze that gut every time. Anytime you have an opportunity to tighten up your belly, do so. When you tighten up your belly, it's not just your muscles, but those muscles are helping keeping your intestines in alignment. You don't want those dropping. That causes all kinds of intestinal problems. So tighten up the muscles. That creates healthy organs. All right, listen up. Sit up nice and tall. I'm holding this weight in my hand, just one head. My palms are facing forward. I'm going to pause the clock here for just a second. So again, my palm is facing forward. I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to grab it by that other head. And I'll bring it all the way back down. My palms are always facing forward. Okay? Start that clock. Here we go. Lift it up. Cross it over. Drop it down. Drop it down. This is a controlled lift and a controlled descent. Big inhale. Like I'm sitting with my back on a wall, so my back is very flat, very straight. And I'm keeping those hands out there again in my peripheral vision. My hands are not way back behind me. I can see this weight. I can see my hand. It's like when we did that bend over fly. Keep it in your peripheral. You got 10 seconds, so we can take a break. Slow and controlled here, next 50. Really work those beautiful shoulders. And right there, nice and slow. Oh, woohoo! Put that down. Take a break. No drinking. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. We have one more weightlifting set. And then we're going to go back into the warm-up. But remember, the warm-up will be weighted. So it's going to be a little bit more challenging. We're going to finish strong. All right, so we're going to prep for the next exercise in our 30-second rest here. So we're going to be doing a sumo lift. Now our sumo row is always wide legs, heels in front. That's all the way down, all the way up collarbone. Elbows are jacked up really high. But I'm going to be up on my tippy toes. Now my toes, just like my heels, need to be in front of that knee position. I'm going to be coming all the way down. My heels never touch the ground and coming all the way back up. So those legs stay engaged at all times. So the entire minute, you're staying up in this upright position. Okay? Let's go ahead and grab those weights. Tap those heads. Sit up tall. Heels off the ground. This is your ready position. On 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Inhale. So I'm always pulling my chest and chin forward. Get that nice elongation out of my spine. And I pull this up to my collarbone. And I pull those elbows straight up. And again, I should really be feeling those calves because those heels are nowhere near the ground. Coming down in that tippy toe position, you should really feel the back of the legs as well. So not just the calf, I can feel mine in my hamstring. Almost there. Woohoo! All right, go ahead and bring that in. Get that one distance apart. We got Arnold's. Elbows up at shoulder level. Close, open, tap for A. Close, open, A for Arnold. Close, open, tap. Close, open, tap. I'm closing my elbows, not the weights. It's really easy to touch those weights. It's a lot more challenging to touch those elbows. So really reach, reach, reach as best you can. Open and close and tap. Close, open, tap. Close, open, tap. Keep those elbows up at shoulder level. If the weights get to be too heavy, put the weights down. Continue that movement without the weights. A lot of times people can actually touch their elbows when they're not holding the weights. That is a big reach there. And whoo, we actually get to go with some speed bags here. So little tiny jog, slow motion with the weighted hands. So I'm not moving fast like we normally do in the speed bag. This is much slower, much slower. But my legs are still moving. My chin is slightly up and I'm looking up. And the weights are very close. There's never a gap in speed bag. And right here, we're going to switch directions. We got a nice 2-2 breath here. And if the weights get to be too heavy, put the weights down and continue without the weights. Deep breaths. Stay with me. We got a jack coming up, and we can take a break. Woo! Right there. Oh. Vertical weights. Here we go. Jacks. Open and close. Woo-hoo! That was exciting on those arms. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep some breaths. Technique and breathing. Two most important things you're doing. Next 50 strong. Next 50 upper body. 10 seconds. You can take a break. Come on, you got this. Last one. Whoa. Right there. Put those weights on top of those thighs. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Deep breaths. Take a drink. We're not finished next 15. Not by a long shot. We're going back to that warm up, but again, we're going to do that cardio set weighted. So we're going to be using those weights again. So let's go ahead and grab that paperwork. Yay. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. We got a 60-second rest here. Here we come. All right. We're starting out with that jog. Remember that hands always lightly touching that rib cage. Here it is. 3, 2, 1. Jogging in place. Big range of motion on the arms. That elbow's going way back because that hand has to touch the rib cage. I'm sitting up nice and tall, lightly touching the floor. Nice 2-2 breath. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. I'm simply breaking up my breath into 2 small pieces. Big range of motion. Get those arms moving, guys. So in 20 seconds, we have our jumping jack. So just moving those elbows up to that shoulder level. So the palms will be facing each other very close, and the palms will be down. 5 seconds. Right here. We're going to open and close. Open and close. So you inhale, exhale. Sit up tall. Palms are touching, palms are facing down. Elbows up there, shoulder level. Sit up straight. Now, remember, this warm-up is about 10 minutes with weights, no breaks. So we're going to pace ourselves. We'll be very mindful, that next 50 mindfulness. We're going to really pay attention to where our breath is, where our body is at. This is where that endurance comes in. All right, we got a ladder coming up. Right here, palms are facing, arms in the rest. We got one up, one opposite arm, opposite knee. Here we go. Push. Push and lift. Push and lift. Try to get that arm and ear side by side. Push and push. Of course, if you have shoulder issues, push straight ahead. It's still opposite arm, opposite leg. You just simply reach in one hand out. If you can get that arm and ear together, if you got that overhead reach, use it or lose it. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Pace yourself. So about 15 seconds, we got that ski jump. Now I talked about that the first time. So my elbows are going to be softer, totally bent. I'm not going to have that one full extension on the arm for that ski jump. So feet on one side, got one hand touching. Look at this other hand, nice and soft. Here we go. I'm going to switch. So my elbows are still up at shoulder level. I just do not have a full arm extension. If you want to do a full arm extension, you can, but do not block out the elbow. Keep that elbow softly bent. Otherwise, this is your sweet spot right here. Sit up straight. Elbows high. Pace yourself. If you have to slow down, that's perfectly acceptable. And again, keep moving. Try to hold your weights as long as you can. That's why I said if you can slow down, still holding your weights, that's great. If you gotta put the weights down, put the weights down. There's no shame in your game. Woo! Right there. External rotations. Drop one. Here we go. So again, I'm trying to keep my upper arm kind of like not moving. I'm trying to keep that elbow lined up with that shoulder. So always have that one arm up and one arm down. Just like in the first exercise, we did this without weights. Same thing there, same thing here. This is not a fast exercise. Slow, mindfulness, pay attention. Biggest thing you're paying attention to is your breathing. Don't hold your breath. And that elbow position. Those arms start getting really heavy really fast and they want to drop. Resist the urge to drop. You feel like you simply can't do it, put the weights on top of your thighs and continue the movement without the weights. Woo, look at that, and it's done. Yay, jog in place. See, it was worth it. If I'm talking to you, you're distracted and you don't realize how hard you're working. And you're certainly not paying attention to the clock. That's my job, not yours. Woo, swing those arms out. Oh, we've done a lot of weightlifting, so this feels good. This is a nice recovery. Full range of motion, not tiny range. Do not drop those hands below those hips. Don't even touch the hips. They stay up there at the rib cage. That big swing feels good. Feels good to be strong. You know, not just physically being capable of doing things, but mentally, you know, that I'm capable. I'm enough. I can do this. I got it. All right, we got a skater coming up. So my right leg is bent, that left leg is out. These hands are right here. I'm coming down, coming up, and switching those legs. As always, that chest is right over the top of that thigh. So ahead, inhale. Palms are facing. Another nice and easy. Go over the top of that thigh. Oh. It doubles up my support. Doubles up my lift and my core. I can really feel my abs working. Feel that back working. Getting stronger every day. All right, sit up nice and tall. Give me a foot distance right here. We got that good morning. This is that stretch. And I told you we're going to be doing this with weights. So push that one leg out, heel press. Put these weights on top of your shoulders. Keep your elbows up. Inhale, pull up. Exhale, pull your elbows and your chest forward. Inhale, pull up. Pull the chest and chin forward. Keep it tall, keep it tall, keep it tall. Remember that heel is on the ground. Those toes are curling back towards you. Tight calf. Keep those elbows up. Elbows up, chest up, chin up. I'll pull it up. Slow breath. Inhale, pull. Maybe you're making yourself taller here. You're stretching out those muscles and bones. The muscles that support those bones. Stretch. Pull. Stretch. Pull. All right, we're going to inhale, pull up. Switch legs. Get the other dorsal flexion. Exhale. Inhale, pull up. So still got that heel press. Toes curl back. Tight leg, tight leg. Elbow still high. Deep breath. Woohoo. All right, we finish up here. We just put one weight down. And we're going to that Muay Thai front kick. That means we're going to have that drop knee. Those hands are going to be over the top of the head. Those arms are going to be moving up and down with one weight. Inhale, pull up. That's coming up right about here. Inhale, pull up. Woo! Drop one weight. Bring those legs in. Drop that knee. Get those hands up. And 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Inhale. Again, beautiful example of diaphragmatic breath. Open. Punch. Big breaths, guys. Squeeze your belly. Push your navel back into your spine. Really control the internal crunch. Of course, if you're strong enough, you can always do this with 2 weights. That's totally up to you. You would just like hold the heads together and lift the weights side by side. Remember, we're all in different places. You know, that's what I always say. There's no shame in your game. You're where you're at. Somebody else is where they're at. I'm where I'm at. So we're all doing what we can do. What really matters, other than the switch getting ready to come up, right there, switch. The only thing that matters is by the time you get finished with this routine, well, one, you should be hopefully at a moderate intensity, so you feel like you worked out. Got the heart elevated, the shortness of breath, you're sweating. But most importantly, you should feel good. You should feel good about your effort, that's mentally, and you should feel good physically. You should feel supercharged. You should feel ready to eat a healthy, nutritionally dense meal. Healthy food, not unhealthy food. Not processed foods. Good, healthy food. Whole grains, fruits, vegetables, healthy, lean proteins. 10 seconds, we get our burpee. So we're going to be picking up that other way. right there, grab the other way. Where's it at? All right, so this is our jumping jack. So right here, we're gonna open, jump, and close. Here we go, open, jump, and close, open, jump, and close. So still get those elbows up there, shoulder level. We got that added jump in there. Woo. Close, open, jump. Close, open, jump. And this is going to be it, guys. We're going to finish this. And we're going to go right into our recovery. And we're going to have bragging rights all day long. Say, yay, I finished that video. Maybe I did it twice. Maybe you used heavy weights. 10 seconds. Almost there. Last one. Boom. Yay! Put those weights down. Good job. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Let's open up those legs. About squat distance apart. Put those heels right there in front of the knees. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. We're going to do a little windmill. So my hands are going to be straight up. I'm going to drop one straight down. I'm not going to the side. I'm going right smack down the middle here because I'm trying to stack my shoulders. So the hands come straight up. Nice big inhale. I'm going to exhale. I'm going to drop my left hand, but I'm going to continue to look straight up. This left hand comes straight down. Rotate those shoulders. Look at that top hand. Inhale, back up. Other side. Exhale, drop right down the middle. So again, I'm trying to really rotate those shoulders. Big inhale, pull. Exhale, drop. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Turn that head. Big inhale, pull. Exhale, drop. Whoa. Woo. You do a lot of upper body weight, so this is a nice recovery for those shoulders. Pull, stretch it out. Exhale, gently rotate them. Last one, other side, big pull. Big pull, always finish in the middle. Bring that in a little bit, let's do some sighs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, sigh. Make an audible sound, make a joyful sound. Remember, sighing is actually a neurological thing for the brain. When we sigh, the body's releasing stress. Sigh. And right there. Wow. I feel supercharged. I feel ready for the rest of my day. Thank you as ever, Next 50, for joining me. You guys have all been truly, truly a blessing. I love reading your comments on the Facebook page, Next 50 Living. I love seeing you guys like and subscribe to my videos here on the YouTube channel. And of course, from those locations, especially on the Facebook page, you're going to see other links to like my Patreon page where you can care to donate if you feel so inclined for these exercise routines, all the time and effort that I'm putting in to help give you guys these exercises during our quarantine. And also to my blog, where I put a lot of information regarding health and nutrition and all those things that really, really need to do to keep this Next 50 body healthy. And with that said, as always, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay whole.